main phase.
Hello and welcome to a rather unplanned MAME stream on YouTube. I was just looking at the dates and I saw that next weekend is Play Expo in Blackpool, so I'll be going up there. So obviously next week I won't be able to do any streaming, and I thought, well, you know, why not just play a few games this weekend before that? So that's what I'm going to do. This won't be one of the streams where I'm ranking things. I'm just going to play a random selection of games, and some of them be arcades, some probably consoles and things like that. So again, there's no real plan for this one. We've already got an Aussie guy in the chat, so hey Aussie guy, welcome. Good to see you. But yeah, so I've not really announced this or even set up a schedule. I just went with the go live now, which YouTube seem to offer now. I've not seen the option before where I didn't even have to select a preview picture or something like that. So let's see how it all goes. I'm starting with a game that most of you probably aren't going to be familiar with, and that is Power Surge. Now, unfortunately, this is one of those games where the colours are wrong in MAME, because it's, I believe, one of those Kyle Hodgick conversion games, and most of them have probably been converted back to the machine they were meant to be in the first place, which in this case, I believe, if I'm not wrong, was Track and Field. No, Time Pilot in this case, Time Pilot. So yes, this was a kit from Vision Electronics, which I believe is one of the companies Kyle Hodgitt's worked for, and they did conversion kits, and this one is Power Surge. And unfortunately, when this was dumped however many years ago, and it would have been many years ago, the colour proms were not dumped or either weren't available at the time. I mean, I don't know if this was dumped from a board itself or the remains of somebody converting something back. But anyway, this one is actually kind of interesting. I mean, it's not obvious how you play it at first, to say the least, but we'll put in a coin and we'll give it a little go. So, I mean, you control this little spark in the corner here, and you see all these electronic components on the board. Now, everything drains your health. So you move over this resistor, it drains your health. Those sparks drain your health. But what you're going to do is create that big sort of power surge, I guess, where the game name comes from. Then catch it, and once you've caught it, you can fire it off at things and destroy the various components on the board. Now, you can only travel through things in certain directions. When the resistors are destroyed, they don't drain your health, which is handy, but you've still got to be able to get around to other things. And again, try and catch this annoying thing that just wants to move in patterns all of its own. But there we go. So I guess it makes sense to clear off paths you think you might more likely to use. I mean, I'll give it this. Unlike most of these conversion kits, this actually seems to be quite an original concept. You know, I'm going to say that means it's a good game. I can go that way over these things for some reason. But it's a bit different. The whole process of trying to catch this thing is kind of irritating. But yeah, there you go. I don't know what everything else does in this. I don't know what going over that does. I think that turns them blue, which maybe means you can eat them for a while, like Pac-Man. I'm not sure. Yeah, it seems to. So yeah, but what I'm doing is I'm causing those power surges to happen, or whatever it is, and then I'm trying to catch this red glowy big spark, which powers it energy at the bottom. You energy at the bottom. If that reaches nothing, you are dead. Yeah, you can end up wasting your shots on things. So yeah, let's eat a few enemies. So the ones that respawn, yeah, if you fire your shots at the enemies, then you basically waste them, unless you really need that enemy to get out of the way. So yeah, I'm just trying all the resistors on the board here. Then what do I do after that? I'm not so sure. Can I go here? Yeah, I can go up there and destroy that, and then I get out of the maze. The conversions on Penny are better. Hey, Lo-Fi Kills, welcome. They're arcade games. I mean, they were in some arcades somewhere. So we've got different components on the board now, and we can go to the higher layer over there, I think. I still need to work out how to... Oh, I died. My energy ran out. How do I make the sparks on this level to actually get somewhere? So I've got some... Yeah, I can't do anything under there, but there is a path under there. That drains my health. Oh, that's where you make the sparks, that little thing up there. Okay. But you've got your tiny little resistors on this PCB up here. But I get the impression this game may have been made by somebody who liked designing hardware and just wanted to somehow incorporate that into a game. Because yeah, the diode things over here are one way, as a diode would be on a circuit. It's a very nerdy game, I would say. This is really the only sort of the sparks in this whole level. That's a bit rough. Means I'm going to be sort of lurking around here to get them all the time. I could try and accumulate them with them. But yeah, you can only have one in the field at play, but I think you can collect multiple of them. I'm just going to wait here for it to come back. It seems to be a strategy. Oh, it's not, maybe not a strategy. Maybe that's bad strategy. So there we go. Yeah, so I've got a collection of these things on the. I think they're shown on the bottom right there. The number of times I can fire based on how many of these I've collected. Get rid of some things on this nail. That one's gone the wrong way. There you go. I can get that, and then I can run around here a little bit and eat up some of these sparks, which seems to be a usual thing to do. But yeah, it's unique. But you only get one of these at a time, so if you want to build a collection of them, so you're not just firing one shot off at a time, then you just really have to stay around and well, you know, wait for them to come back or chase them. But they're so fast that's a little bit pointless. I suppose Penny hasn't had a change of heart and decided to moved out the way of that one right when it came up. I suppose Penny hasn't had a change of heart and decided to share any of their other conversions, because at the moment they're basically lost media, which is very unfortunate. This is as much as we like to talk about how bad a lot of these conversions are. They were still games. They still have a bit of history to them, a bit of a legacy maybe. Possible one or two people saw them in the arcades back in the day. We can get out anyway. So I don't know what the exact conditions for leaving the stage, because obviously they've not destroyed all the resistors there, but there must be some. This level's more traditional. We've got one shot again, so let's try and accumulate a few more. Otherwise, unless we can just destroy one. No, we can't destroy them yet, so you obviously have to do something to the circuit to be able to destroy them. So if anybody remembers this from back in the arcades, do let me know, because say it must be incredibly rare, because as novel as this concept is, like most of these conversions, the game it was in the first place, Time Pilot, is just a much better game. I don't think anybody is going to lock to play this when they, even if they're bored of Time Pilot. It's just, I don't mind it. A lot of these sort of conversion kits are kind of bad games, but in this case, so I can play that one. Can I get out of the maze? Yeah, I can get out of the maze. So you tell me the condition. Have I heard of the Museum of Soviet Arcade Machines in Moscow? I've seen coverage of it before, but I think the games that can be dumped from there are dumped. That's my understanding of the situation. There's a lot of things that are just sort of discrete games, and the other ones that are CPU based have mostly been emulated, as far as I know. Because there was a big influx of them into MAME some years back, including some that are kind of difficult to understand or play. What did that? Okay. My little sparks go around where I want them to go there. Not ideal. As you can also see, once you work out how to play this game, you do get quite a long time on one credit. It's not the most highly tuned game of all time. Apparently it was in a crap main tournament back in the day, which is a fun little thing some people did. And, you know, they may be right. I think there's some good ideas in here, but is this a good game? Maybe not. Can I get out now? Maybe I have to charge. No, I can't get out yet. So there's something else I have to do, clearly. You have to love games where it isn't actually clear what your objective is. No, okay, I've broken that. Yeah, I don't know why at this point the owners of Penny would want to hoard them. It's not like they've got any real commercial value. I thought they'd be proud of what they've created and just want to show them off to an audience that almost certainly didn't get to see them back in the day. But some people don't, and I guess you have to sort of respect that at the same time as thinking it's a bit of a backwards way of looking at things. I mean, they're just destined to be lost forever if they don't make it out there. So I died, my power ran out. I have an extra life. Well, I have one more life left. But yeah, I can guarantee that you won't have... Oh, you have to restart the whole level over. That's slightly annoying. I can guarantee you won't have played a game quite like this before. Because I've not played a game quite like this before. So it's... I'd say I've still not worked out the condition for beating a stage yet. It just seems a little bit random. Maybe it's a certain percentage of the components. Anybody knows? Let me know. I've broken a bridge there. I mean, the whole decapping thing makes more sense to me than the logic behind some of this game here. Maybe you actually have to understand how the circuit's meant to work, which would be a bit weird. Yeah, some people I think are just looking for a payday, or I really don't know. You know, I can understand when people, for selfish reasons, want to hoard like rare media, like lost episodes of TV shows, in the hope that maybe one day they'll get paid for them. It's not positive behaviour. It's you can understand why it happens. But some lost conversion kits of games that likely never got played. Can I get out now? Maybe just I could have had full power to get out. That might be it. Yeah, well, Mystery Science Theatre 3K. People aren't going to pay the prices though. That's the thing. It's the same with some of the arcade prototypes, where people that can acquire the licenses, but those with the games want such ridiculous amounts for them that any use of that license won't be profitable. There we go, a bit of power surge. The wrong colours do hurt it. I mean, it's just using the Time Pilot colour proms at the moment, and I imagine the real colours would be closer to actual PCBs and things like that. But the game's playable. It's definitely a curiosity more than maybe something you'd want to go out and play yourself. But I thought I'd take a little look at it. Because I sometimes confuse this with another game, which is actually far less interesting. I'll bring it up now. I was looking for Power Surge before and ended up firing up this, which is Net Wars, which is one of the Orca games. And yeah, again, you're moving around a maze, but it's not the same thing. I think what confused me was because if you say Net Wars, I think of like MAME net lists and things like that. So for some reason, I thought this game was Power Surge, and when I was trying to find Power Surge, I think for a previous stream, I couldn't and ended up playing this game. So, I mean, we'll play this game now anyway. Yeah, most games that you can't find are probably not very good, that is true. I remember not liking this too much when I played it, but we'll see. You are still moving around a grid, but it's not a circuit board here, and I don't really know what you're meant to do. Just enemies 16, is it just killing other enemies? Yeah, and the more years that go by, the higher the chances of what's not around being lost. The chance of the stuff being lost increases because yeah, stuff rots. People pass away, and those that then end up with what they had don't know what it is and might just bin it. They take it to the recycling and just go, oh, what worthless junk. Oh, the red one shooting you. So it's a problem. If there's only a couple of known copies of something, then we really want to make sure at least somebody, in the worst case scenario, there is somebody who can make it available at some point. You don't want to be the only one sat on the circuit board or cartridge or anything of the sort. I do still worry about some of these plug-and-play games we haven't managed to dump actually, because a number of them that I've been buying up where they've got batteries so badly corroded in them that they don't stand a chance of working, yeah, it's not good. They're not the most reliable. So the ones we can't dump are still kind of at risk. So the original SpongeBob game, for example. There's plenty of them, at least in that case, but still, not being able to dump them is concerning. But yeah, I thought, quiet little YouTube stream. I'm going to try and play some games. Well, I'm going to play some games that maybe I was considering for the ranking streams, but without the ranking. Yeah, this is just a fairly ordinary maze shooter with a kind of annoying maze layout based on lines, and these. It reminds me a bit of what is it? Eggs? Is it Eggs? I think it's Eggs, where it's a Pac-Man hack thing where enemies walk around and shoot you, but that's slow and this is fast, and this being fast is meaning I'm bad at it. Yeah, and it's clear the stage of enemies, a certain number of enemies, tank battalion and stuff like that. Battle City, same sort of concept, but that's without the grid, and this has this annoying grid. Luckily the green ones don't bite you, so you can put it down more easily. Unless you crash into them. But there doesn't be any other strategy that I've seen though. Flipping that, is there any point to it? It's changed the way the path goes. Anyway, yeah. Also, like that, you step away for a second and the enemies, because they start so close to you, enemies spelled with an S, without the... Yes, they didn't have room. But yeah, they start too close to you, so unless you're on your toes the moment the level spawns in, you're going to die, and their movement seems a bit too random. Maybe it's not random, maybe it is. I don't know. They just never end up where I think they're going to go. In fact, the thing in the middle that glows is a little deceptive too, because it doesn't do anything. You might think, oh, I mean, it spawns the enemies, but you might think, oh, you go there and you might get power up for going there, like, say, when you go to the middle and Mr. Do. Get the sort of weapon. Nope. So, come on. There we go. Good. But has anybody else been playing? Again, look. Split second, you've gone straight into an enemy because that's the direction you point you at the start of the level. I did notice the, yeah, there's a second sort of phase to this, like this, where it scrolls without a grid. Oh, that kills me too. I thought that might be a power-up. It was not a power-up. So yeah, you can go to that sort of outer space area there, which is... I don't know why. And then in this level, this group too, so yeah, we can do that. I didn't realise that, but yeah, they're here too. I missed that when I was trying to do it before. You can blast them without walls. Why? Nothing really makes sense, does it? Is it easier? Do you get more points, less points? Why would you want to go off the map? I mean, there seem to be additional enemy cards out here. That's what's going to come if that was a power-up. But overall, the only disadvantage to taking on out here. There's no like oxygen meter or anything for, say, you know, fuel meter for flying around in space that I can see. Like, okay, that does hone on you after a while, so maybe that does limit your time out here. I'm not sure. Again, this is a kind of obscure game that not as obscure as a conversion kit like Power Surge, but I doubt many people are going to remember this one from back in the day. Even though I knew out that I'd get shot. Net Wars. Well, it's a game. It's got those two different phases, but I mean it's not really doing much, is it, to set it apart? And when was it? It was 83. It's early on. I don't think it's terrible, but it's just a little underwhelming in my opinion. So shall we move on? Yes, I think we shall move on. Move on to what? That is a good question. Okay, let's look at one that I was actually kind of disappointed didn't work better in MAME. This isn't an arcade game, but we can still do this. So, okay. So I thought that MAME's MSX2 emulation was considered to be very good. So I've just got a few too many windows open here. However, I could be wrong because I wanted to play. This game was mentioned to me another time by somebody else off stream, and I thought, well, MAME probably runs it fine. You know, this is Kanzen Kouryaku Kyugen. Kanzen Kouryaku Kyugen, with the unfortunate set name of 3Ks. It's an MSX2 game. It's a shoot 'em up. Net Wars is like AU and Tank Battalion minus the walls. I mean, it doesn't have that weird mechanic AU has, where you've got to pick up things and drop them. So this game's got a nice intro and all looks good so far. The title screen looks really good. 1997. Push start. Select mode. Load a little bit. So far so good. You know, I'm getting in the mood to play this shoot 'em up. Even the character select screen here. You know, you can choose which one you want. Let's just go with the first one. So yeah. Loading. Got some nice disc noises going on there. Hit this too. File manager. Hit this too. So, still okay so far. Lots of text, I can't read it, I'm assuming it's the story. Push start. But then, you know, it fades fine, and then as soon as it gets to the actual final stage of the fade, the colours break. Like, really badly. And then when it starts fading again, the colours are fine. But once it stops fading, the colours are broken. Also, the sound's a bit broken. Now, I've noticed that on the MSX2 models, the sound is kind of broken like this. Some stuff's missing. So, and it's meant to be an MSX2 game. But yeah, it seems to have a few issues. However, I thought, well, you know, why don't I try it on a different model in MAME? So I also tried to load it on one of the MSX2 Plus machines. I've not tried playing that one in MAME Lo-Fi Kills. So yeah, the options again. Let's fix that out there. So let's skip through the stuff you've seen. But yeah, it's still visually broken with this, with the MSX2. But from what I remember, they call them Q-Tubs. Oh no, we do need to insert this too. File manager. There we go. Yeah, on an MSX2 model and an MSX2 Plus model, it at least has some nice music. But the visuals are still broken whenever it stops fading, and there's some weird glitching. I've tried it on PAL machines, which I didn't expect to work because it's not a PAL game. But yeah, that's the bomb button. But yeah, I was quite surprised because, as I said, I was under the impression that MAME's MSX2 emulation was solid. So I guess this at least is taking advantage of what must be an extra sound chip in the Plus console, but unfortunately the visuals on both MSX2 and MSX2 Plus are broken when it stops fading. I'm guessing it must be a sort of screen timing raster type affair. It's probably not doing a palette split in the right places. Notice it flickers quite a lot and just displays wrong frames. So I'm guessing it doesn't like the screen timing, but for some reason it does when there's a bomb going off. Maybe it's just known to be some sort of hypersensitive MSX game. I don't know if it's never worked properly in MAME or if this is a regression. In the software list this is marked as fully supported. There's no partial flag or anything else, no note to say it doesn't work properly, but yeah, it's not meant to be all green, it's meant to be proper colours, not these different colours. But I've heard this is a good game if you use an emulator where it works. Yeah, the broken colours make it kind of difficult to see what's going on because everything is just a weird shade of green. So if anybody knows if this used to work properly in MAME, and it's a regression, or if it's never worked properly and should probably not be marked as working fine on the software list, do let me know, because it's a shame. I'd like to play this one on stream properly, but as you can see, as soon as it stops fading, the colours break. You lose blur out the image at least. A lot of blue red. I don't even understand. Maybe this is meant to be a colour for a different part of the screen. So yeah, it's just kind of broken, isn't it? Okay. Is it this one? Yeah, those loading images weren't really what I want on stream. So what? Why is the other set, which is just that other? I'm not sure those other images were entirely safe. So this is the actual game, which is I think set as a clone set. Or something, I don't know. So, it does look a lot like cotton in this. And I'll probably edit that bit out of the video later. So it's a cotton clone, isn't it? Not seen this one before, played this one before. Okay. I didn't do very well. Okay, so let's try again. So I guess I've just got my 2 button. I can play it, okay. It's presented a bit like an arcade game with the credit system at the bottom. Okay. What these flying things are. You've got fish like it's in darkness. So it's sort of a mix of lots of different ideas. I'm not sure where my hitbox is, unfortunately. One of those where you're quite a big sprite, but I don't think the sprite's going to be the entire hitbox. There have been a few adjustments to those X68K innovation in the latest build, which I think improve some transparency in the game and maybe some slight layer alignments. I mean, I don't know, there seems to be an extra line on the bottom here, but that might just be how the game is. Which you never know with these things. Okay, where is your hitbox? Because avoiding these bullet patterns when you don't know is kind of tricky. I'm assuming it's your body. Include your whole body? I don't think I have a Atlas Scarecrow. Bootleg Twin B? It doesn't really have the bell mechanic with Twin B, does it? Yeah. And this occasional bomb where you drop a copy of yourself at the on the ground. That'd be cute. I'll give it that. And that's powering up experience. So we've got an experience at level 2. Is this not power? Is it just the current system? Back in the corner. Yeah, okay. Where do I go back to when I continue? The start, maybe? Hopefully not. Yep, I think it's the start. Okay. Not a fan of that. I don't like it when games send you back to the start of the stage when you die. Oh, those that like the can be. I got this. Yeah, I think my shot did seem more powerful later, so is that the experience meter? Or is it just a power-up system? Yeah, I'm just going to have to take a wide berth of everything, which is kind of tricky when some of the bullets are quite big, as you would have saw. Yeah, okay, yeah, I get you. Yeah, they do look a bit like bootleg Twin Bs, you're right. Kyuin for PS1 where you like a vacuum. I'm a little bit of vacuum, right? Okay. Yeah, I don't know the hitboxes, which is causing some significant issues. Definitely in the third level. Okay, I'll give it one more try. Because I've not played this before. Okay. Not quite sure what killed me then. Not the best stuff. Really worth having. Really big powers. At least it's got 4 to 5. Big power. But level 2, yeah, it is powering up in the shot. Oh, didn't even see that guy on the ground. Well, I saw the characters on the ground, but I didn't realise they'd kill you. Maybe it's a more correct way of putting it. Bystanders, innocent spectators. Hey Thor, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Oh yeah, it's very cotton inspired, isn't it? Mystic Riders from Iron also. Which, you know, boomstick. I'm going to die about the same places. You need some checkpoints in these levels though, because I got further than this before and then got sent back to the start. I do like these background trees here. I like this art style on the trees. Sounds like it gives them a life, a little life, doesn't it? Quite bright. I don't know if there's a strategy with these bombs. Someone's dropping a lot of bombs, which that's really powered up, isn't it? So it's probably quite useful for dropping on the heads of these and things, but I should really watch where the bullets are. Well... And back to the start of the level it will be. Being an MSX being an X68K game, I'm sure this has options. Oh, I got a name entry. Ooh, I deserve. It seems to be entirely joystick driven, thankfully. Option. Lucky mode. Okay. Not gonna make any difference. Let's put an easy. Okay, let's put that in easy. Let's give myself some more lives. And we'll give it one more go and see how far I get. That makes sense? Makes sense to me. It'd be nice to see a little bit more of this. Another bomb, that's not stupid. Oh, no, I gave myself more bombs. Okay, yeah, I don't get it. Why did I die then? I did that the first time as well. I didn't see anything that killed me. At least it's not easy now, so it should be a little less dangerous. I think maybe it should take less shots. I think maybe it's we're dying for ridiculous things though. I don't like when I'm playing a game and it's not really obvious what killed me. It's kind of how I'm feeling. Oh no, stock is lives, bomber is... Yeah, sorry, I did give myself more lives. I mean, I've wasted them, but I did give them. Let's see. You before you... Well, still pretty tough on easy. I mean, I'm bad at shooting. Get rid of things. Maybe I should have said. That background glitch there, if you can read it, I think. But yeah, this stream doesn't have to be all arcade games, and as you can see, the last 20 minutes or so playing with MSX, and now it's 64. We've got a second player, well not player, but character. 16 of that. Okay, so they kill you sometimes? I don't get it. Oh, okay, the orbs around you. Okay, the orbs around you destroy these things. So without the orbs, when you're holding fire, they kill you. Right, I get it now. Got a scarecrow coming back. Yeah, I figured that might happen. Oh, yes. Yeah, I see that now. They orbs collect them. That's what I missed. Well, that is the first stage done. Skip this level clear thing, but Okay, that's what I wanted to get a bit further. What is it? Oh, okay. Right. Where do we... Oh, okay, we don't... Never mind. Seems to be some Pong sounds there. Okay, so, yeah, that's a bit different. That's a bit different. Okay. Game... So, okay. Right, we can't launch. Interesting. We have a corrupt PS memory card file. So, I played Harmful Park before, yeah. Hey Dreamfab, welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well. And hey Franco as well. Yeah, there's I guess when emulation started to become a bit more mainstream and emulators for things like the X68K started to be more usable, that you would get a bit of hype for things like that. So this one was also mentioned in the chat. It's a PlayStation game where he plays a vacuum. Yes, we actually have a pad, a PlayStation pad, which is slightly tangled up in wires. But, anyway, look, there we go. A good old PS4 pad. So let's see if this actually works. It's all in Japanese, of course it is. So I'm guessing we're lacking music for some reason. Again, MAME's PlayStation emulation isn't the best. But we can play it. Yeah, this is definitely a bit more 32-bit, isn't it? Oh, I've got a... Well, I've opened the vacuum, which... I've got a back attack. Well, this is a different type of homing laser. Oh, and I can suck things up by getting close to that? I'm not sure what I did there. You had to wave the pipe. No. Oh, that's bad. My vacuum cleaner has lost its hose. Let's got its hose back, good. Yeah, you can pick up things by going really close to them. So I don't know what the music's meant to be like, because we seem to have none. I don't think I have hit the big ones with the hose. I've never played this before either. And I can use this special attack to wipe a few things out. I believe it's a PS1 exclusive. I've never heard of an arcade version of this. I mean, it would have been quite a funky arcade game, but no, I don't think this made it to the arcades. Are those little bees, or they just look like bees? Like really low polygon bees. So you're blowing. Yeah, PS1 only. The PlayStation has got quite a few interesting exclusives. In Japan only, I'm guessing too. I'm playing a Japanese set. It doesn't look like the type of game that would have got localized. So yeah, you have to know what you can pick up with your vacuum. I'm watching this state, so I guess nothing. So you get the health back. Ooh. How health heals a vacuum cleaner? I don't know, but I'm complaining. Oh dear. Oh dear, toy. No, I think I may have seen this on obscure PlayStation videos and promptly forgotten about it. I've definitely never played it until now. Oh dear. Not doing very well at the moment. I like how much is going on. There's lots of little effects and things like that. You don't always see that on the PlayStation. Kind of surprised it wasn't on the Saturn too, unless it was, but I don't think it was. I've not encountered this when looking at Saturn stuff before, so yeah. I'm assuming, as the chat says, PS1 exclusive. Has it seen any re-releases? Is this on like Virtual Console on the Nintendo platforms or anything? PS1 only sold only in Japan. Yeah, so I guess pretty high chance that most people haven't seen it. Just a shame the music's missing, but let's say MAME's PlayStation emulations, not the best. It comes in handy for certain things, including work occasionally, but it has its flaws. Harmful Park, I think, works fine. I did play that before. That's another, but it's mentioned in the chat. Yeah, I can't do anything with that beam on use. But I'm sure there's some really good music meant to be going on right now that's all jolly and fits the mood. Okay. A museum? I don't know, is it a museum? It's museum-y. Maybe it's not a museum. It's all kind of castle-y. Afternoon, Costardo. Welcome. I hope you're doing well. And a mix of games today. We started off with 2 arcade games, but since then we've gone from the MSX and the X68K, and now we are. Yeah, this is a castle, not a museum, even if it looks like some of these things belong in a museum. Now on the PlayStation 1. Okay, defeating with paper airplanes. It's certainly not as difficult as some of the games we looked at. How was MAME Sega CD emulation? I think Kyuin Flying Squad works. It's serviceable. It's not perfect, but we could dip into that maybe, unless people really want me to get back on track with arcade games. Yeah, I think this does need the music though to feel complete. It does feel a little empty with everything that's going on. Okay, let's see. Let's bomb the frog away. Oh, re-released, but that's still on PlayStation, isn't it? Yeah, it appears to have crashed. I'm guessing it's waiting for a music track to finish or something, and since MAME is not playing music tracks, this appears to be as much as you'll be getting out of this game in MAME. As I said, MAME's PlayStation emulation is not the best. So that was fun while it lasted, but yeah. Shame. I was quite enjoying that one. So yeah, I think this works, but we'll find out. Yeah, the point of these streams though is to kind of play things in MAME, and unfortunately that does mean a lot of the time things fail because
in the 8th year of the
MAME needs quite a lot of work. This got a sequel on Saturn too, doesn't it? Which was rather different.
And what were you doing while they were stealing the key from us? You went to get a snack.
Oh, this is one of those where the controls feel a little bit laggy. You move too much with one tap. Not a good game for trying to dodge things, but yeah. our bombs, we've got our shots. What's the thing with cute to me? Yeah, I think quite a bit of the difficulty in this one comes from the controls being a little on the you pushing me far too far laggy side. Not really doing too much fine weaving. Okay, it's auto bomb. Let me shoot. Okay. Might scramble them. Reminding me a bit of Hakameka Fighter as well, with these rather odd enemy designs over water. Actually, the previous one is probably one to try out in the Duel Station or something like that one rather than the main. I'm assuming it's an emulation issue, not an issue with the CHD. I used the software list one and the PlayStation list isn't put. You could have given me some warning you were like dropping from the screen like that. This shot is bad. That control one. Yep. Well, I don't know if I could have killed him or if that's just meant to happen. I proper shot that. Yeah, that's better. Oh. Well, secondary. We've got to. It moves in the opposite direction than you. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you have to. It fires behind you depending on which direction you're moving. Oh, the house is killed. That's a kill. Why wouldn't they? Yeah, it's a nice looking Sega CD game, this. It's in a way to get sent back to the start though. And we'll say background details like the planning of the car there. I just want my bombs, please. I like my bombs. They seem the best of these. Again, I'm forgetting how to kill you. It's a silly mistake. You kind of don't expect them to, but I guess they are being with it you can collide with. Hey Carlo, welcome. Yeah, I remember reading that you got the full game. I'm doing worse this time than the first time. You could unlock the full game in the demo version because they kind of messed with it. Which I don't know if that's contributed to this being one of the more expensive, rarest games because nobody bothered to buy it, or if it's just expensive and rare because it's a shoot 'em up, and well, shoot 'em up seem to have become expensive and rare. There we go. You're not dropping my face this time. Oh, come on! Got too close and died. We'll try again. We'll give it one more try. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you use the level select cheat, you can play all the levels in the game, but if you try and play them start to finish from level 1, it's still going to kick it out as a demo, so there's value to the full game. But yes, that's a very silly thing to do. I think just leaving all the data for the full game on the CD in the first place is a silly thing to do. You would have thought they would strip out the other levels, because even without cheat codes, somebody with level selection was very likely to be able to, you know, hack the game with an action replay to enable the other levels if they're still there on the disc. It may have been done quickly. Yeah, rushed or a printing error or something like that. I mean, those still happen today. So the Outer Wilds physical release where they promised the latest version, and it's got the original 1.0 release with none of the extras on the CD, the PlayStation 5. These mistakes happen. I don't think we can actually just go around with this. We can do something to it. We've got a bunch of no, that have been still going to go up the cliff, aren't we? Okay, I think the rocket launch is worse than the other attack it was doing. One of your favourite. Yeah, I can see why it would be one of your favourite SUVs. I'm not going to complain about getting this as a full game on a demo CD. Yeah, this is where maybe I do need the other weapons for that part. I don't know. I guess it is one of those where you learn which weapons work for which part of the levels. So, you know, I don't think I've completed level 1, so the demo would have done me fine. Yeah, it's a nice little Sega CD game. I think it holds up over the course of the game. As does Barrier Arm, Android Assault. That's a nice Sega CD shooter. What I do want to know is does the sequel work? It's a sequel. Was the sequel on something else? I'm thinking of a different game. Maybe it was a Japan. Yeah. Does the sequel work? Awful looking video. I'm assuming it's not meant to be flickering bad colours and that's a timing glitch, but maybe it is. I mean, we don't need an intro. Yeah, isn't this like more a platform game? Or am I thinking of something else? Does it work? Yeah, it's a platform game. A run and gun style thing. Yep, what the controls are. What are the controls? LXC, ASD, QW. I'm guessing it can't do much at the moment. Possibly, but it's quite odd you boot up a game called Flying Squadron and I think yes, it could be that. No active weapon, good. Yeah, it's definitely not what you expect to start with. I guess I was meant to bounce on something to get up there. Very well animated, this one. Yeah, I've got one of my own. Can I do anything with the nest? I can pick the nest up and move it. I'm not sure why I want to, but I can. Can't use it quite. Okay, I don't know. Treasure chest. Ooh. No, the Saturn had some very nice looking games. With a weapon right there. When playing the Mega, I mean, most of the games, most of the Mega CD games are using both 68Ks. Can't speak for specific games, but yeah, it can use both the CPUs at the same time. And anything with extra processing done with the like these sort of glitter type chip that does the rotations is going to be done on the second CPU. That's the one that has access to the memory where all that's done. Which is why it then has to be sent to the main CPU to be sent to the VDP, which is well, not the most efficient way of doing it. It is the shared memory from memory, so it's not too bad, but yeah. The problem is the Sega CD doesn't really add any video hardware. It has the sort of the glitter type thing, which transforms data in memory. So you then have to put... I'm not getting very far on this. If there are shooting levels, I don't think I'm going to get to them. That's even worse. Okay, so yeah, the sequel is at least doesn't start as a shooter. Does it become a shooter later? I don't want to continue anyway. I don't mind the Saturn transparency too much, but yeah, a lot of people don't like it. Where next? Okay, so we've done some of these. Okay. Let's go with a bit of Data East, because I actually often go with a bit of Data East. A Data East game that doesn't really get talked about all that much. This is Wonder Planet. And yeah, I very rarely see this mentioned, but since we've been playing some sort of cute-em-up style games, I guess this counts. If I recall, it is quite cute and form of hardware. Probably a bit less janky than Corner. Then again, it's Data East. A lot of Data East games are kind of janky. Certainly. But yeah, I mean, the visual style here is very much cute-em-up. Very slow there. There seem to be ups and downs. They probably cancel these on. You are dead. Well, I kind of worked that bit out. The problem with the Sega CD, I think, is too many people just want to make FMV games as well. I don't know what down is. So it's a shop. Okay, we have a shop. Okay, let's get some mine shot. Can we afford it? Yeah, okay, I don't know how to shop it. We have lots of stuff. So I don't get what the down is, and I think I'm be picking those up already up. Okay. Oh, we only have a limited number of these, and I'm wasting it. Never mind. It's fun while it lasted. Yeah, yes, it's a cute walk and it has a shop. That just seems to be a cute enough thing if you look at fancy going. So I have to bomb the shop to be open. Never mind. Yes, it's definitely got some ideas from Fantasy Zone in here. I did not realise I've got no money now. Oh no, I just have money. I can go into select. Select doesn't let me do anything because select is literally select between things you've already bought. You can buy a front barrier. Yes. Good shield. I'm sure I've heard this music before. I'm very familiar with it. Can't play it. One areas. Oh, I was for the letters up there, right? I see. Like the glass spectro. Yeah, some of the core design scalers are pretty good. What is it? Something Star? Played that on stream before. A little bit slow to start with. Definitely good visual effects. Good stuff for fun. The ship is so slow. Yeah, I don't think I've played this one. Don't know if I have. Unfortunately, yeah, the slow ship speed just means you can see things, but you can't get out of the way. I guess engine's going to have faster ship speeds, so we can buy. Why is rocket engine? Okay, I would have thought. Can we buy lots of them? I don't know. Okay. Now we're too fast. Maybe that's why rocket engine is cheaper than super engine, because rocket engine is silly. There is such a thing as too fast in shooting. I think we now have obtained too fast. I actually like this speed. It may be described as ludicrous. I've not upgraded my shots at all, so I'm guessing, unlike the shot upgrades, the speed one doesn't. Gold Star, that was the one. Yeah. Okay. This is. It still feels very fantasy round, doesn't it? At least it slows down when these are bullets on screen. Except then, there's far from them on screen. Feels like a PC Engine game. Oh, yeah, it does a little bit. So, Rocket Engine was ridiculous. Super Engine seems more reasonable. Bombing help? Bombing help too. Okay, that put me on. Maybe the Hyper Engine is more reasonable, because this engine is cheaper and more expensive than the super fast one, which is a bit weird. I can't. Can I afford the other one? Ooh, you can afford the Hyper Engine. Okay, no, this is just stupidly fast too. Ooh, Hyper Engine. No, this is not good for dodging things. What I really want here is a better shot. This is guarantee I'm going to be dead as soon as it starts doing a little attack. Yeah. That was not what I wanted. The problem is, at this point, the only shots I have available are these two. I can't buy any. Yeah, I can't buy any new weapons. So I think I'm just going to keep failing. There is quite a bit of slowdown, but it's kind of helpful. I wish it slowed down more. I mean, not Midnight Resistance levels, but. Nah, I'm not going to get anywhere with this. I need a better weapon for the boss, and you've not got a chance to pick any up with this checkpoint. So let's just go with the slow approach and see where that gets me. Yeah, I don't like that checkpoint. I think they should at least give you the option to buy weapons. And also there's no chance to get your coins back either, so yeah, I probably couldn't even afford much. Yeah, that's fine. I'm dead. Yeah, it's a data release game that doesn't get much play. I don't think it's too bad. I think the problem is there are better Q-em-ups. And yeah, things like that checkpoint are just a bit mean. Seems quite good visually. Yeah, it's got a bit of appeal to it. The style doesn't feel very Data East. That's all the guy said. It does look a bit like a PC Engine game, or maybe I'm not sure. I don't know where I placed this. It doesn't remind me of the Data East games. But yeah, it's just in different bosses here that I could never possibly get to. So do that. I think if I was better at the game, or practiced a bit more, or knew that boss would come up and could get a good weapon and save it for the boss, I might have been okay. But as it stands, I think I was just going to be in a loop of failing and failing and failing and failing. Yeah, loop. Not so much cute. Play something that I don't know if I played on stream before. It's a quite common game. Rampage World Tour. I say quite common. I think, do people remember this more from the console ports? No animals were harmed during the development of this game. Most arcade games are brutal okami, unfortunately. It's one of the reasons that this is a bit quiet. Oh, is it one of those ones? Yeah, that might be why. There we go. Never seen this in the flesh. Does that turn it up? Apparently not. Apparently I have to actually save it somehow. Oh, that's actually saved it. That seems better. I can hear it now. Let's start again for longer life.
While it's true that there have been no serious side effects reported so far,
I guess this comes under that sort of bracket of sequels nobody really needed. I mean, the original was a classic. Maybe they wanted to update it for a modern audience with a sort of almost playmaking style. But I don't know. It sort of lacks the simplicity of the original game, which is what made it fun. A bit too much animation. Oh yeah, we can make it working. Need some skill children. Yeah, but the original game, you had, you're simply contained on one screen. You'll see what your objective was. It's got a decent enough visual style. But this has never clicked with me the same way so the original did. Although, again, well, what's the original? The whole concept of climbing buildings is growing one. Definitely had appeal to me as a kid. And this one, let's say you can destroy buildings in a few different ways. It's more obvious when you're destroying some things. I don't know what people find it. But don't keep doing what I'm doing here. It's got the basic sort of DNA of it. Yeah, don't eat the wrong things. Don't. There's lots of hazards, basically. If you start eating the wrong things, you lose health or you get thrown off the buildings.
Clearly the creature's goal is to wipe scum labs from
Yeah, it's
the
probably
face of
more
the
fun with multiple players like the first game too, because I think that was one of the things with Rampage. You could get 3 players. What's not? This is also 3 players. So you had the chaos of 3 people destroying buildings. Although again, to me, I think the fact that scrolls is going to make that not work as well. Just for the kick button, I'm not going to use them. I really want to use it. Well animated, the way the buildings wobbling around. I think it's decent use of the technology it was on. Oh, can't be the bit of mine. So that's some poison we're going to eat that. Oh, we're not going to get a chance to get the other power. So I think we put it all down. Trampoline here, which I was trying to get my trampoline. Oh, never mind. Go. So this is not Megumi Rescue, you will not be safe. Oh, don't need that. Do people. Walk on the bomb. Yeah, there was a competitive element to it, wasn't there? Trying to get the best score on the level. But like I said, I've never played this multiplayer. I know I played the original Rampage multiplayer, and I can understand how it works. But this one, you know, you've got the scrolling. You're not, you must keep forcing everybody to stay on the same screen, which isn't great if somebody's, you know, wanting to do something and somebody else wants to scroll the screen. Multiplayer games do work better when you've got a single screen. City is completely destroyed. And again, it's doing the score tallies. You know, compare against your friends if you have any fun. But yeah, visually impressive. UK flag. My flag cycle 2 different flags. Oh, no, it says World Cup though. I get it again. Break the building a little bit. It makes the whole building shake when you do this, which is nice. Helicopters are awful, weirdly, but I guess that's because they're trying to stand that size. Come on. Float down to Ethan. Well, that's one way to die. So yeah, Rampage World Tour. I think it's one of those where if I had a few people to play it with, it might be more fun. But I can see why I don't really play this one on my own or don't really stream it much. It's almost a party game. It's like trying to play Gauntlet on your own. It doesn't really work. Unless it's one of the console compute ports, in which case it works a bit better. Developed by Game Refuge, former Midway employees. I mean, it's still published by Midway, isn't it? It's got that over-the-top 90s feel to it. So yeah, Midway put it out. So their former employees did a game for them. Right, okay. Beware the sound emulation is not going to be great here. I figured it probably should show some of this stuff off. So as I mentioned, what? That's right, this is unexpected. Hold on. Not sure why it's complaining about this, but it is. It says file corrupt. What do you mean? File not found. Huh? Right. At this point, I'm kind of confused. The file is clearly there. Hold on. I'm trying to play the ACAN store, and it's complaining that it can't find the ACON BIOS, even if the ACON BIOS is very much where it needs to be. Huh? Okay. Okay, the file is corrupt. What? Why is my Super ACAN BIOS corrupt? That makes no sense whatsoever. Hold on. Somehow I've ended up with a corrupt BIOS file, which I did not really expect. Right. Maybe we can't do what I was going to do. Or maybe we can. Just a second. Trying to find a non-corrupt copy. And this was not how I anticipated things going. Okay. I think we may have to pass on this one, oddly. Unless I can find it quickly. Nope, not that. What? Why is... I don't understand what's going on here. Why is every copy of the file I got on this PC apparently corrupt? Okay, abandoning trying Super ACAN because apparently the files I have are all broken. No idea why. So that one's off the list. I might try and sort it out at some point. Okay. Let's play Konami's Ping-Pong. Now, it's a simple, fun little game. Seems to be one of those that people know more from the home systems, perhaps. But credit in. Twin Goddess in the PS1. There are many contenders for worst fighting game. How do we play this again? Ooh, all these ping-pong games play slightly differently. Yeah, I had this one on the CPC growing up and really enjoyed it there. Then I missed. There's no news on Viper since I last covered it on one of the streams. Even. I do know how to play this game, honest. So your joystick directions, well, left and right, control your shot. And the buttons can swap between backhand and forehand and others. Like, do that. Just don't do that. Enter Konami's penguin mascot is in the background, indeed. Along with people who look kind of a bit like Mario for some reason. I used to be good at this game. I'm no longer good at this game, it would appear. As a kid, for some reason I always thought it was like a gorilla in the background, but no, apparently it's the penguin mascot, as all the guy says. I don't think Tattoo Assassins is the worst fighting game, Carlo. In fact, I kind of like it. Anyway, let's try again. So this is a decent game, but it's all about the timing. Which apparently I'm getting wrong. I say all about the timing. There's an element of direction to it too. But yeah. Ooh, I get a point. Ooh, no skill of my own. Really got to get into the rhythm of these games. It's like Speed Spin from TCH. I like that one too, but really have to get a feel for them and when to use certain types of them. What type of pant? Don't do that. Very silly. That's the wrong shot to be using this game. Okay, I don't remember this game being this difficult. I remember winning the first rounds with ease in the past. And now I can't keep the ball on the table. Press the wrong button. It is table tennis time, or me doing very badly at table tennis time. That was level 1. I can usually, when I played this in the past, I'm usually pretty good up to level 3. I'm clearly out of practice. Let's see if you hit it now. That makes a change. Oh, wrong button. Come on, yeah, feel sorry for me, computer. Give me more 3 points. Knowing when to use the backhand is important. Knowing when to... I don't think I've won any of these points through skill. Or anything that can be considered good play. But maybe that one. Hey, Adam, welcome. I hope you're doing well. It's a table tennis time, indeed. Ooh, not getting completely beaten. I don't know when to use that on the ball either. You have to learn it. So you'll probably not get to see me win a round of this. Oh. Wrong button. Ooh, I get a point. So any suggestions of what you'd like to see next? Within reason. Oh. Okay, I'm going to lose this. There we go, I get a point. Starting to get a feel for it again now. Well, that was out, wasn't it? Yeah, I lose anyway. Yeah, Konami's Ping-Pong is one I quite enjoy. So, yeah, if anybody has any suggestions in the chat, please do let me know. Right, what's going on here? What is going on here? Okay. Anybody? Flak Attack? Okay, that's Lightning Fighters, Flak Attack. Yeah, they're quite good suggestions. So keep them coming, and I may consider them one of them in a bit. Just trying to sort a few things out here. Maybe what's up with a few things. Can you tell this is a little bit unprepared? Are we? Right. Okay, so sort by. This doesn't make sense. So yes, let's go with that then. Start with, which one shall I start with? Lightning Fighters is the okay, that's that one, yeah. Okay. Play a bit of Lightning Fighters. I think I played this one on stream before. This one needs the other view, doesn't it? Yes, we need to go vertical. There we go. But yeah, this one is Carlo's suggestion. Bit of lightning fighters. It's the one that's called Trigon in Japan, is it? Which makes sense with everything being quite triangular. Yeah, Trigon in Japan. I seem to remember there was some strategy that was explained to me last time I played this, which I have obviously now completely forgotten. I'd assume the sprite zoom is done with the kind of Konami zooming chips. I'm not super familiar with Konami hardware, but yeah, it looks like it's a hardware zoom, so I'll go with the assumption that it's just using one of the features in Konami chips, because I think they're fairly standard by this point for them. All the different icons are. Try not to use my weapons. Yeah, that's clearly a sprite zoom, isn't it? Hey Firminius, welcome. I hope you're doing well. Big question. Hopefully beat that fair and square. Didn't cheese it with bombs or anything. And yeah, there's a second button on Ping-Pong, but you have to time that one perfectly, otherwise it just doesn't work. That game is all about learning the timings. Once you've got a feel for it, it becomes quite easy, but until then you just keep doing what I was doing then, because it's been a good few years since I've played it. Because I've played other Ping-Pong games in the meantime that have different timings and a different overall feel. A bit like sports games, you play one sort of football game and you learn where to kick the ball in that one and where you're meant to run to, and then try and play another one and try and use the strategies, and it doesn't work at all. And the time where the shots work is all different. And any kind of sports game is a lot like that. I have to say the bullets are quite difficult to see in this one. They're blending into this desert quite badly. I really need more bombs so we can choose the next boss. Choosing bosses is what I do. Not good. Not good. Cool. Even worse. I was doing fine up to this point. Then this attack button. Yeah, not a fan of you. Probably, again, you die once and you go back to weak and powerless and slow and barely able to defend yourself. I didn't really want to do that. I've got a boss to kill and I can put it there. Yeah, it's Alright, my only complaint, as I say, is in some places the bullets are kind of difficult to see. Right. Go and kill the boss for me. That was fine. Yeah, it's not like Wonder Planet, where if you die and get stuck on a checkpoint, you really stand no chance that it's not giving you what you need. It's nice and smooth. Those seem to take a lot of okay, I think we've seen enough of this one now. A solid shooter from Konami. It's Time Crisis 2. I think it's been semi-playable for a long time, but if you mean have the latest Namco System 23 pictures gone in, no, I don't believe they've been submitted yet. So it's going to be basically the same as it's been for a long time, which isn't the worst, but isn't perfect either. So what was the other request we had? We had was it Flak Attack? Hold on. What's this? So yeah, Flak Attack, Flak Attack. Should I play Flak Attack or the MX 5000 version? Which one's the Japanese one? Let's find out. Well, does it not matter? MX 5000 is the parent. So I guess Flak Attack is probably the Japanese version. Yeah. So it's Konami, so you know, playing the Japanese versions tends to make more sense. So 2 Konami shooters in a row, eh? We've got a bit more of a Task Force Harrier. We need to remember that something, the tank meter is top important, isn't it? Is it that you change into a tank in places? I can't remember. I know it's charging the meter at the top, the tank, and the destroy ground targets. I think it's an average game with great music. It's a bit difficult to see where you're picking in terms of ground targets. I died, and it's checkpointed. I do seem to remember there was some sort of unique twist with this one regarding this attack meter. But yeah, these attack patterns are a bit annoying. And the collision box is a bit too big. We'll try again. Yeah, fill up the bars, then pick up the power. can't remember exactly how it works, but yeah, I do remember it being a unique power system. Again, you're very slow in this. And you've got ships like that are waving about the whole screen. It's really annoying. You've got to position yourself to shoot them, but they're barely ever in the position where you can shoot them. I think I remember not being too happy. I don't get to discover the power system because I die too quickly. Unless you move straight out the way on these, you die immediately after a credit here as well, you know. That's a little sometimes. Okay. Because your hitbox is so big, you get taken out by a bullet when you're moving down the screen. I'm not currently working on any of the brick system stuff at the minute. I'm hoping somebody else picks it up now that, you know, I've shown how it works, I've shown how you hook them up, but I'm hoping somebody else continues that work, because it's not really something I have time to do full time. I've given a proof of concept for it. I think the rest of them will be talking about somebody else. These ground codes are annoying. Everything about this is annoying. But I don't think I got a pallet because none of mine is before. Yeah, we get the now it turns into a different type of shooter, which is weird. And now it's well this. This is not how a plane flies. But yeah, this is the Japanese set, and this is hard enough. Again, there's one reason I don't like Konami games, is they're often a bit too difficult for the sake of Speedy. Even after it's fading the boss, music down for the boss, these things are still fun. Just give me a break. I'm still got a loading. It's getting collision box there. No, I'm not a fan of this one. The collision box is far too big. You want to be able to fly between things, not have your collision box the full length of a plane when you like that. Maybe in '87 this would have worked. Players expected that, but when you're used to playing shooters where you've got a much bigger collision box, it's very difficult to sort of get into the mind frame mentality to avoid things across the length of your entire ship. Right, I'm going to try again what I tried earlier. Going to work now? I think there's just a corrupt file in my path before. Yeah, there was a corrupt file in my path before. So now we can have a look at the ACAN stuff. Yes. Okay. Right, I probably need to copy. Hold on. Is this going to work now? Okay, right. As you said, so Keio has been doing some improvements to the Super ACAN emulation. Sound is still a bit rough. There are quite a few graphical glitches still, but we have reached the point where some games are kind of playable. So, you know, I'm going to play a few of them now. So I'm going to play against the computer. I don't know what pattern we want, but, you know. It's just okay. So you hear the annoying buzzing and sounds just get stuck on loop and things like that. But, turn it down a little bit. So you've seen this type of puzzle game before. It's a bit like that Egg Hunt arcade game, but we don't play Egg Hunt because it's not very family friendly. But the mechanics are familiar to anybody who's played this kind of thing before. Puzzle Dharma, yeah. It is very Puzzle Dharma. The sound is still annoying to the point that even if it's really quiet now, it's still annoying me. But I'm not really sure how the attacks work on this though, because you don't really seem to attack the enemy. I'm assuming this works properly now, gameplay wise. It didn't used to. It used to just sort of get stuck so people couldn't do anything, but it doesn't really seem like you get the attacks off when you think you're going to get the attacks off. Even so, unless you have to press a button for that. I'm not sure. I'm trying to build some fairly good combos. This is not one of them, but yeah. If that drops eggs on me. That one. I didn't do what I wanted to do. Yeah, I'm failing this quite badly. But have I actually attacked the enemy at any point? I don't know. And the keys are mapped all the way along there, are they? And the select button was 5. Okay. We'll continue. We'll try again. Give this another shot. Yeah, the sound emulation really needs a lot of work on this. But, you know, the visuals are pretty much holding up now. The game doesn't basically soft lock itself anymore. So those are definite improvements. Single's not going to get you anything. I just dropped some blocks, just not many. I don't know, it seems the difficulty balance is not quite what you expect from the first level in a game in this. Usually you can clear the first levels of these with ease, and in this case, a bit more challenging. Again, it is a lovely Taiwanese development. So, the final undumped released ACAN game was done recently too, the Rebel style level, whatever you want to call it. Okay, this is the first level game. Have some chill game. Or something like that. See, when you think you've got a good combo in, again, the computer reacts and basically cancels out whatever attack you were going to do by doing its own thing. It feels very difficult to cause meaningful damage to the computer in this. And I like this type of game, but this isn't clicking with me at all. It feels like this type of game just implemented incredibly badly. I mean, look. Yeah, whatever. Unless I'm missing something, which is entirely possible. The gameplay balance on this seems way off. I mean, I could be missing something. Do get to see some sad chickens. Oh look, there's some more sprite glitches caused by the dynamic sprite sizes. Yeah, that's definitely not perfect. I mean, it's developed by AV Artisan. AV Artisan are also known for doing an unlicensed game on the Mega Drive with Funny World. Is it Funny World and Bubble Boy? The 2-in-1, which is kind of bad. So that's the quality of the developer we're talking about here. I might be missing something with the game rules, I don't know. Anything is possible. So. We could also have a look at some other ACAN games. I think it's Speedy Dragon. Again, this is an AV Artisan development. And priority glitch here with the mountains, so the emulation's definitely not quite right. There's a sprite glitch for a few frames in this as well. You see the baseball bat down there that's not going to be there. And again, some pretty ear-grating sound. But we can have a little look at the game. Which keys we need? Probably just the basic ones. So, it's not great, is it? Ooh, look at it. How are your ears doing, everybody? I mean, it kind of wants to be Sonic, but everything moves badly. It's got atrocious level design. And it ends up feeling more like Bubsy than Sonic. And I don't think being Bubsy is something you should ever aspire to be. Maybe marginally more forgiving than Bubsy, but again, it doesn't really reward going fast. It rewards going slow and then hitting things. Otherwise, you just run into things like this. And your attack is just in front of you, so if you jump too high, you can't attack things, and then they can get you when you're falling. And it's got animation frames that make it look like Sonic. Level design that kind of wants to be Sonic, but at the same time, completely directionless. But why are things falling on my head? What's going on here? How am I to avoid these things that are falling from the sky? Okay. Maybe I'm meant to go somewhere else first. Maybe I'm not going to do that. I mean, there's a spring here. Definitely not Sonic again. And yes, you can pull up the bottom of the level, but the level designs are so samey. You know, how was I to know that was the bottom of the level as opposed to this being the bottom of the level? Yeah. GW. Oh, I got here. Okay, let's run up here. But we can't. We've got to run backwards and forwards, I guess. I don't know. Do we have a charge move like Sonic? Do we have any way to... Oh yeah, we have I mean, I'm not going to say it now just looks like Sonic, but we do have that move there. We can do that to get up ramps. It just looked like Sonic grew at his legs. There we go. And that was the end of the level, was it? Okay, now we get a 3D stage where it looks like there's some broken wrapping on the ground. I mean, maybe it's meant to mirror. Oh, there's some more broken sprites with the sprite scaling. Yes, indeed, wonderful. I mean, maybe it's going to be a useful test case to work out which of the sort of dynamic sizes is wrong, but you can see that it's drawing extra sprite tiles that it shouldn't be drawing. Yeah. Oh, that wasn't the end of the level. That was just a bonus level. Okay. And now we get back to this. Okay, it's raining boulders on me for no apparent reason, which is about as funny as you should imagine. What? Am I missing something with this game? Or is it just this bad? I mean, the sound emulation is not perfect, so I'm not going to judge it on that. But yeah, there's still quite a few issues there. Boom Zoo kind of work was playable before. That's not worth looking at. I don't think I've got the Rebel Store on this machine, so can't really look at that. We can have a look at Gambling Lord, maybe. I think this is the pool. Is this the pool one? No, what's Gambling Lord? It's not the pool one, is it? This one is. I don't know. Is this one of the RPGs or something else? What am I doing? I don't know. Or is this just... Right, oh, this is one of the Mahjong ones. Right. Okay. I see. So yes, if you ever wanted to play Mahjong on the hand, I guess you can. I mean, don't know how to play Mahjong. Yes, we can do something. We can pick a tile. There we go. Yeah, that's not the one I want to play. I think I'm going to play the pool game. AV Artisan formed in January '93. Despite their games mostly looking like they're from the mid-80s. First few games were Funny World and Balloon Boy, Mallet Legends, Whacker Critter, and Tom Clown. Yeah, not the greatest lineup. So you can see there's some priority glitches here. That thing is meant to scroll to a full white blank out. The emulation's not perfect. But it's improved, and you can sort of play it. So we can select one player versus computer. And we can select this type of pool. A lot more zooming. We can choose from a collection of ridiculous looking characters. And apparently I'm playing against David. Yeah, you've got some glitches around the status bar up there. Again, ACAN's not really a working system yet, but there's a way to adjust stuff on this. Yeah. So yeah, you can adjust your power. I don't know if, is this full power here, or is that lowest power? I'm not sure. I'm going to try this power. I mean, it hit some balls. I guess that wasn't minimum. I'd assume it's safe for work. It's a home console game. So now it's the computer's shot. The computer pots some balls. So yeah, this is just the snooker mode, isn't it, rather than the pool mode. Which is never as entertaining as So I don't know what the graphical glitches are that you can see. Me. But the movement on your aim thing here is very slow. It's obviously having a few difficulties with recalculate. That was clever. Recalculating the thing. I guess the ball movement's not the worst I've seen. It's better than some of the Pocket Gal games in the arcades. But it feels like the whole game feels slow and laggy. So it does have it's nice the way the spots on the balls rotate. But visually, I have seen worse. But, just doesn't play that well to me. Anyway, yeah, I'd say there's been progress on the ACAN then, so I guess, you know, that shows a bit of that, and that's what I wanted to show off. I would have shown Rebel Star, but I didn't prepare well enough to do that. Anything worth talking about from the release? It's mostly just fruit machines and stuff like that. Well, video slots and gambling mahjong games, and yeah, even if you like mahjong games, the bet type, the gambling ones are just the rig type, so they're not much fun. But they're part of IGS's history, so I guess they're important to emulate. Other than that, I guess I should look at. I've been doing some plug and play work again, haven't I? So yeah, let's do that. So let's look at the all the Snowboarder games, in fact. So Radica put out 2 snowboarding plug and plays. The first of them we call Snowboarder Blue, which had a blue board, and it looks like this. So Play TV Snowboarder. You've got your menu. You can you have to hold down the directions for it to sort of work. And yeah, this is you collect your orbs. You go on your little jump here. You can fail to land because you're terrible at this like me. You have to hold down to land. Yeah. So it kind of scales badly and looks rough. I mean, I kind of like the animations at the side. Some of the things, like the pickups, just seem so minimal effort. The little orbs and the way the actual things on the course scale can make it kind of difficult to work out how close they are. Yeah, it's a little bit choppy. I mean, it does start to move faster if you go faster. You can do a few tricks once you manage to land them, which I failed to. It tells you your speed at the top, and you know you can get a bit faster. Well, look, when those are in the distance, it does not look like there's a gap between them. And then as they scale kind of badly, you can tell there is. So positioning yourself is not always that easy. But I believe this was the first of the Snowboarder releases. Well, I forgot to hold down. It's got a map in the corner though, which is kind of handy. I don't really care about entering my name. It makes me. That do, yeah. Replay, no. So yeah, you can choose different modes. So you've got your bigger, half pipe, free ride, and slalom, which seem to be fairly standard. Though put on half pipe. Choose your character. Choose blade. Choose regular foot. All snowboarding games seem to have these options as standard. Again, you've got your silly little ball pickups. Do some stunts if you're up there and fail to land them. Again. I'm not sure exactly how to land them in this actually. not. I guess different. I'm not. Yeah, it's not the same as the other games. The other games you just hold down, and so you can land your stunt. This one, I used to know. I think maybe you have to actually turn around and face it, or press it at the right time. That would a bit better. So yeah, maybe you just have to press down at the right time when you want to land and not hold it. Nope, I don't know. But we've got a timer in the corner and get some time tricks and. Which I am failing to do anything worthwhile at. So. There we go, I've got some points. Woo. Don't know why it can't keep your points on the same screen at the same time as the time, but it can't. I scored 2,000 points. It doesn't remember the name I entered, so whatever. No, Big Air is just a big stunt track. Stunt course. But yeah, they also re-released the game as both SSX Snowboarder, and then I think when they lost the SSX license, they just released it as Play TV Snowboarder again, which with the different coloured boards. So this is the one that was released as SSX, but without the SSX license. But this one is a much more impressive looking game. You got your standard events, so the same events: slalom, big air, nothing else. Let's do the slalom. So the formula's the same. The basic controls the same. You've got your multiple characters again, with different boards. So it's, you know, they have almost followed the same design sheet, but made a different game. You can select your goofy or your standard. Again, entirely standard. But this is not the same game. It's not the same piece of code. Then we can select where we want to go, and there are a bunch of courses, which is kind of they're a bit different in this one. So we can select Urban Chaos, and then we can continue. Now I've got a bit more presentation. As you can see, they've upped the presentation a bit here. We've got bigger sprites, we've got smoother scrolling, more frames of animation, a bit of a lower viewpoint. It does give you arrows to show you when things are coming up. Here's when the gates are, which we're missing some of, but yeah, we get up in the air. Do some big stunts. It even shows you what position you're on the board in the corner there, so you can pay attention and learn maybe if somebody else is playing. You get little jumps there as well. Now some screenshots of Orca's Slalom. I'm guessing that's also a skiing game, is it? You know? You get the big fire pit thing that bends you way into the air. I'm missing half the gates here, but never mind. But yeah, this is not a bad one. This is actually quite good fun, this latest Snowboarder game. There's a lot more to the game. And it's worth playing. You've got levels with quite a lot of jumps and collectibles. I think it might be the big air competition or the free ride, I'm not sure. Yeah, this one I kind of like. The low viewpoint just make it a little trickier, but you can learn the courses. Yeah, the gameplay is the same between the SSX and the Snowboarder White versions. It's just a case of them removing the license and renaming a few things and people so that it's not obviously SSX. Yeah, a nice, proper, high-scoring thing too, with multiple letters. Which still requires quite slow entry, because you have to hold down like the back, well, lean backwards on the snowboard to enter, and it has to make sure you actually want to. So that's, anyway, we've already done that. Anyway, that was just meant to be leading up to the fact that there's a third snowboarder game done now. This was the one that I did put a video up on my YouTube, so on this channel. And that is what Japan got, which is Takara's Jin boarders. Now the snowboard controller here is virtually identical to the Radica games. In fact, I think it's the same mould. The base looks the same and everything else. However, this is a different piece of software, but it's the same basic. You see the same basic formula. You're selecting your characters, you're selecting your location, you're selecting goofy foot or regular foot. I mean, so the locations of the events in this case. But it's a different piece of code. Despite the fact it's another snowboarding game on Zapix hardware, it is not the same code base as any of the ones we've seen so far. Same rough design, but yeah, it's a different game, presumably from a different team. Quite why we got three kind of similar snowboard games with similar controllers, but they're all different on Zavix hardware, I don't know. But maybe it was just one of the suggestions they put out there of games would do on the hardware, or they were working with the same company that made the snowboards, or I'm not really sure. It could also be that Radica decided they didn't want to sell this version, so got somebody else to do a different one. Because I mean, Radica did license some of the Japanese games and adapt them for outside of Japan. But, yeah. So this is just the slalom event, which in this one is more of just a slalom event. There are a few jumps. Once you put it on the more difficult settings, a few more jumps. Yeah, you can see there's a few chances to do stunts like that, but then you're going to miss the gates. Oculus Slalom is a space game. I wouldn't have expected that. Same game as Space Slalom. Okay, I've not played that. I think adding space to the title was probably important if it was a space game then. So yeah, this one's the one that's just been emulated. I don't think you need to enter a name. It does remember your name between sessions. The advanced difficulty in this gives... Oh, sorry. The advanced difficulty does give longer courses. Canada free ride there. Let's just do the free ride one for now. Then I will have demonstrated these snowboarding games for a bit. Well, for as long as I want to. There's been some other Zapix jumps as well. There's a quiz game that is presumably playable if you know Japanese. I might look at it, but I can't really play it. I don't know the answers. See, you've got more jumps in this one. There's no slalom gates to avoid things. You have these things that get in the way. This is fine. It's a little lacking in content, but the interesting thing in terms of dumping this one is we bought one before, and it didn't look very easy to dump. It had just your standard ROM, like a ROM glob and a CPU glob. And in cases like that, sometimes I buy one as a spare, just in case things go wrong. And when I bought this one as a spare, it actually had pads around, like a ROM glob, as well as a separate, like a secondary ROM glob. So that actually gave Team Europe somewhere to connect their dumping rig on it. And so they were able to get us jump from the second unit, dump from the second unit, even if they couldn't do anything with the first one that they had. And that's unusual, because most of the time, if we find a game where it's got no pads around the globs, then all of them are like that. So at some point they actually revised the hardware inside that one and gave it a slightly different PCB. Maybe it was popular enough to get a re-release or something. I have no idea. But yeah, as I said, there was a Japanese quiz game as well, which is this one. 4-player as well. If you ever wanted a 4-player quiz game. But unfortunately, I'm not going to do very well on this. I'm not even doing a very good job of starting the game here. Okay, what button is actually... Oh, that's confirmed. Okay, there we go. There we go. I'll pick that character. I'll probably enter my name. I don't need a name. And then they've got a silly little animation that says stand by on air, which probably takes half the ROM capacity. It's All-Star Thanksgiving Quiz. Unfortunately, I don't know the answer, so I'm gonna go with 3, I think. I'll put in my answer. There's no other players, so just waiting for the time to run out. I guess the answer was 4. So I guess this must be based on some sort of TV show in Japan. Let's go with 2. And the question I do not know what is. Obviously, if there were 4 players, it would be putting a thumbs up in each of the boxes at the bottom. Oh, I think I got it right. It would be putting an answer in the, a thumbs up in each of the boxes at the bottom to show they put their answer in. And this must be how quick you got the question right. I was a little bit slow by the looks of it. But yes, the thing with a lot of these Olympics games is they are very Japanese. Yeah, unfortunately, it's not in English. It's a Japanese only quiz plug and play. It looks like I got it right though. My guessing skills are getting me through right now. But we'll play this for a little bit. We're on 2.5 hours for this stream now though, so I don't know how much longer we're going to be on here. Probably about another half an hour. Not in this game, obviously. Just wanted to show that this is now emulated. It does have some mini games from what I can see. If you let the demo mode run, it shows like a tug of war thing and a skipping thing. I got the wrong answer there, didn't I? So I'm not sure when you access the mini games or if you have to win to access them. So I'm assuming it follows the structure of some TV show that I'm unaware of. I can't read a word of it. I think that might have been a put these in order thing, maybe, because it seemed to wait a while if it would accept any button. I had to press them all. Yeah, it's telling me the order I selected, which is wrong. Wow, entirely wrong. I couldn't have been more wrong. It's going to kick me out for being a losing contestant. Oh no, this is where we're getting the minigame, so just press anything on the pad, I think. Just stamp on the pad like the looks of it. Maybe. Oh, I've got to select a dog. Okay. I've got to get the dog to follow me. Can I just run away all the way away from the dog? have to. Feels like one of those horse racing games where you have to take it slowly. Come on. I didn't win. Or did I win? Oh, I might have won actually, because it looks... Yeah, the computer failed just before the finish line. That was lucky. There you go. I won the dog walking. I don't know how many rounds are at this quiz. Period 2. So, yeah, I guess you get more questions, and in the questions there's probably another mini game. But obviously I can't read the questions, so that's not actually not the best thing to be playing. Now I'm curious though. Aussie guy mentioned there was an arcade version of a Space Slalom. Yeah, original game, Orca Cult, 1982. So you're saying that they credited the original game in this, but the original game does not exist. Okay. Okay, don't question. She meant to go through the gates. Okay. So it's basically, it is a skiing game but with a spaceship. Also, there's a black box around where your ship is because the hardware's not capable of drawing stars in that area. Okay. Okay, I get it. I mean... Yeah, I can see why this might not have been released as an arcade game. It would be nice if the arcade shows up at some point, but I'm not sure anybody was ever asking for skiing, but in space. The arcade version looks like it runs on Funky B hardware. Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, I mean, one of the fun things about the skiing games is the actual animation of the skis and seeing them go at the different angles when you're speeding up and slowing down, or flying off into the distance when you lose them, or something like that. I mean, parallel turn, I think you can continue with like one ski for a while, can't you? Okay, I mean, that's just actually the same as... Oh, yeah. I mean, this is not really a compelling reason to even want to play on a home computer. Does it do anything else, or is this just the entire game? Oh, I took too long, did I? Okay. So I'm going to do it more quickly. That's the challenge. Go fast. Go faster and don't miss the gates. Don't take your time. Don't be sensible. Go faster. You can do that. I'm assuming if they turn green it's good, and even if I'm hitting the barrier a little bit. Congratulations. Woo. Is this the entire game? I'm sensing this is the entire game. Just different quarters of this. At least it's a different layout. I mean, yeah, it's It's not bad, but it's a bit underwhelming, and again, I prefer it just to be a skiing game with skis. Making it in space hasn't improved it. Lacks that winter charm. Everybody likes a bit of snow in their games. Well, except Weapons Ice Physics and platform games. Oh, I missed a gate. That's not good. I still passed it and I got to round 4. I don't know what rank D is. Rank D, maybe rank D's easy. I'm going to get to some of these. It's a don't go anywhere near as fast button. I don't know. If I miss all the gates, what happens? Is there a time penalty for missing a gate? I'm assuming so. Yeah, there's a time penalty. Okay. Well, I mean, it would have come out in 82 in the arcades by the sounds of it. Yeah, it'd be nice if the actual the board of it shows up, but I don't think we're missing out on a huge amount if it doesn't. I think in game, yeah, Orca did. I mean, Orca didn't do that many interesting games back then, did they? Quite a lot of them were a little bit dull. I can't remember one I did enjoy. Is it Orca? But I don't think that would have... Yeah, it is Orca. I don't think it would have changed the general opinion of them back in the day. Which is their games were a little bit janky. But this is Skylancer. I think it's blacking out the stars because it doesn't have the drawing capacity for Star Day. It's probably all on a single tile map or something, I don't know. It's probably a trick where it can't draw stars in the same line as the sprite, which is a hardware reason. This one, you're always in the middle of the screen, you fire left and right, which you have to know the enemy patterns. But it's a bit different. If you don't know the enemy patterns, you're going to die quite badly. Yeah, so you're in the wrong place, you're dead. They'll turn into you with no warning. Portion. Oh, Mr. Pink Arm got me. Yeah, they got better. They got better. Just to... It's not really fair, is it? Because the other guy can go everywhere on the screen. I quite like this one, but I'm not sure it's a good design. It's memorable. I remember playing this before and having a bit of fun with it. Right, going again. I've got these things. No, oh dear, I'm doing worse this time than last time. Okay, the patterns were different that time. I wasn't expecting pink guy there already. I posted the screenshot. I'll have a look at that later as a guy. Yeah, it's always interesting to see cases where arcade games got cancelled but the ports still got released. I mean, there were a few Biofreaks like that, wasn't it? The arcade, the prototypes in MAME, but the actual game only came out on the N64? Was it the PlayStation? Space Slalom, like you say. Technosoft one. Blast Wind, I think that was meant to be an arcade too, wasn't it? But I don't know how to deal with this arm guy. Yes, they forgot to include the lap of thrusters, you were correct. Got you. Well, you threw your arm at me. Manakiros, welcome. Welcome, hope you're doing well. You joined for what is probably the last 20 minutes or so of the stream, where we've been playing a mix of games. Skylancer, yeah, kind of enjoy it. It's flawed, but you know, it's a fun little distraction. Well, we just took. I mean, that just came up because we're talking Orca games. Okay. Okay, what are we going to play now? Let's hop onto a game I think maybe should have seen an arcade release but didn't get one. On the PC Engine. I mean, there's unofficial versions in the arcades, but this is UPL's game, Gomola Speed. Again, it seems to be structured kind of like an arcade game. So let's bombs. Ooh, bomb. Like bodies. There we go, you see, we collect our body. We don't want to hit those things, that's bad. It's snaky time. We've lost parts of our body. The bomb drops at the very end of your tail. I can't remember how to finish the stage there. And things touch the... It's been a while since I played this one. Oh yeah, you can blow yourself up with your bombs. Yeah, Megumi Rescue, like you say, Aussie guy. So this is weird. I can't quite remember how to play this even. Snake cross with Motos. Yeah, something like that. So I know we have to drop the bombs and destroy that thing, or stun it, but not get blown up ourselves. I'm sure the guide explains it, but I skipped over it because I'm an idiot. Explode. So you do what you... So you can do stuff with the food. I mean, we circle those, like it's a bit like Quantum, right, I remember now. Yeah, it's more like Quantum mixed with these things, which you circle the food, if you can. Right, okay, that's what I was forgetting. There we go, that's how you do it. Then we go to the exit, right. Okay. But we need the complete snake. Yeah, okay. I remember now, yeah. I remember now. Snake crossed with Motos crossed with Quantum. That was the one. But you basically have to have your full snake to be able to look all these things, because they're a little bit tricky, they're a little bit smaller, you know. Treasure. Now it looks like Gauntlet. Save keys to open doors. What? You know, this is literally, they've stolen the Gauntlet text in the level design. Yeah. Not obvious at all in any way. But how did they get away with this? Use key to open door. Yes. Use another key. I don't have another key. I'm losing my body. Yeah, I've blown a hole there, so I'm getting there. Yeah. Let's try again. Well, there's an exit here then. I can't use the exit there because I've not got all my parts. So some of my parts are in there. All of my parts are in here. Oh dear. We've got the Mutant Knight character there. Yeah, it doesn't like it should probably not make it look like you can exit when you can't. Oh. Am I complete? No, I'm not complete. No, I don't think there's a PC Engine trackball. I can exit now. Act 3. But yeah, this is weird. And visually it fits in with UPL's arcade games. It references, you know, Mutant Knight and all that lot. But no. How do I complete this level? What? There you go, you speed up. I don't even know what I'm doing here. Anybody? Oh, okay, now there's a weird tile. Or is that just because I glitched it? Have I just glitched it? Is this broken? Is this... Is the game broken? Or am I doing something horribly wrong here? I don't remember. It's been a long time since I played this, and I honestly don't know how to do this level. Oh no, now we can... Now it's changing more green, okay. I don't know why. I don't know what's making it change green. This game's nonsense. It changed. Does anybody actually get what you're meant to do in this game? I mean, do I circle the squares? Oh, I circled the... Okay, I'm just circling the background this time. Right, that's it. Yeah, okay. Now I'm circling the food. The game does not do much to explain itself. That is... I've not broken it, it just doesn't make much sense. It's... I mean, I can understand that's probably why it didn't get an arcade release, because... arcade players are just going to go, what on earth is going on here? This is just nonsense. Because it is. And your speed up doesn't make you any longer, do you? It just makes you faster. Which, just makes it hard to make circles. Can we exit? Oh, okay, there we go. I get free credit. No, a mouse wouldn't work well for this. And now it's different again. We've got... Yeah, this is... It would also help if you didn't have to really be full length to get big things up. But you do. So your first, task is always to just get all the pieces of your body back. The enemies are drawn to the... Can I get... Just about. Only in the corners. Okay. This is up there with... I think these are the only pieces I get in this level, which means the... Oh no, there are some more there. Okay, there are some more there. I can be a bit longer. I'm good, I'm good. Yeah, you really need... Oh, you... So, I hope people are happy with the obscurities we've played today anyway. Because these are not your everyday talked about games. Can we exit? I think we can, as long as we get our body. Yes, we can. Act 5. Someone not read the instruction card. Now it's back to a gauntlet looking level. And they died. Things that weren't my body. Even the bits of your body that aren't attached to you explode when you die. And there's Ninja Kid too, look. All these little references to the arcade games, a credit system. It kind of makes you think they probably did develop it with arcades in mind, but then... no. What was I going to play? I can't remember what it's called. I don't remember the name of the other game I was going to play. The entire Rick Dye collection in MAME Space Laserdisc arcade original isn't playable yet, save the CDI port. If you're talking about ones that are meant to be like the arcade, probably not. I don't know if the Amiga version and stuff like that would run, but that's sort of its own thing. More so than a port of the arcade. What we're going to do? We've got like 10 minutes left, so I'm going to find an arcade game to play in that time. Not necessarily a good one, but I'm going to find an arcade game to play. And then you can get on with your Saturday evenings. So I'm probably going to be going out myself later, so that's why I'm doing the stream a bit earlier today. Although the viewer numbers are creeping up now, fortunately, at the time when we're almost coming to an end. So I'm going to play a game called Wits. With an apostrophe. By Athena. With sumos and trains and little people. And what is it? Oops. Developed by Athena Favisco. It's a Tron-like cycle stack game. Did I win? No. Yes. Yes. Very good. I believe the twist here, yeah, you can jump. That's the twist here. So you can always jump over a single tile if you want to. Oops. And it's got some ugly artwork, this game. Oh, press backwards. Yeah, I'll continue. Or I won't continue. You see, you can jump over the line, which is the twist in this one. Still get stuck there. This has a NES Famicom. Fair. That surprises me. I guess it's some stranger. It really should be 4 players though. It was a waste to have a game like this and have it only be 2 players. Can I count on the computer? Yeah. Count on the computer just making a mess of things before I do. It's certainly a strategy. My computer just do bad things. Unplayably hard later on. I'm not surprised. I guess the AI actually ramps up something reasonable. Oh, okay. Well, that was my own silly mistake. Oh, that was also my own silly mistake. Oh, I still won. Fair enough. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, okay. I've crashed into a wall. Yeah, okay. Wits for the arcade. Apparently there's Famicom port. So this I need to see. What's... Indeed. Oh, okay. These are some horrifying looking faces. Oh, we're starting round 3. Fair enough. And also there are multiple computers. I guess that is what I'm supposed to start round 3. I win. I win again. 3-3. I win again. It's a fairly competent port to the NES, actually. I lose because, well, whatever I did there was not right. Seems to have a bit of slowdown, which is unfortunate, but that was lucky. 3-5? How many threes do we need? There's definitely a bit of slowdown right now. But that's probably going to be the annoying thing on this NES port. The amount of... You really don't want a game that's about precision timing to have slowdown. Okay, so I beat that level. It's level 1 now. This looks like an arcade PC back then. The backgrounds are a bit different to the arcade. I think the slowdown probably kind of is going to be a problem for this. So you can turn and jump at the same time if that's what you want to do, but yeah. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. Well, you can only jump once, I see. You can't just jump whenever you want. You can only jump once per round, I'm guessing then. I hadn't realised that much. I can't jump for a second time. I'm not quite sure how I won that. I just sort of ran over the other guy. I'll go for the head-on collision. Okay, well, say a port I would have never guessed exists does exist. So yeah. Anyway, I think we'll leave it at that anyway, because I've played a few games, been on for about 3 hours. But thank you everybody for being here. It's been a fun one, a little interesting one. As mentioned, I will be at Play Expo Blackpool next week. I'm not doing any kind of presentation or anything this year. I'm just attending as a guest. There should be a bunch of arcade games there to play, and a load of consoles and other things. Probably nothing special in terms of arcade games. Just the just the usual. Some good ones likely. I think they've got an Afterburner and things like that. I don't know if they've got the Star Wars again this year. It's not on the list. But there's not going to be like rare prototypes or anything. It's going to be games people know. But that didn't leave Japan. Do you like that better than the arcade, do you, Aussie guy? I think I kind of, for the arcade, it doesn't have the slowdown, but the NES game's probably fairer because it's not trying to, munch all your coins. But yes, thank you everybody for the nice little chat. It's been good, and I will see you when I see you. Let's hit to outro.